Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this latest edition of ReTFOS, where I take old stories I've narrated and update into modern audio standards. This particular story is called TylerSec, written by C12. 15 plus years into the future. Oh, come on, I just want to buy a drink. Please, we don't want any trouble. Just take what you want and go. Tyler sighed, staring at the retreating bartender. First contact was barely 2 years ago. Already, the hyperventilating mass media of the galactic world had spread tales of the terrifying humans TM, far and wide. In-depth investigation. Is your hive safe from the human menace? Shocking report. Terror. The ultimate Deathworld. Humans hate this guy. Learn how to defeat their secret ninja training. Protect your community from human infestation with this one weird trick. And so on. Fox News, MSNBC, spammers. They had nothing on this. It's all bullshit. Mostly. Sure, humans have some surprising physical advantages. But what does that really mean in an era of planetary colonization and space warfare? Not of a hell of a lot, really. Tyler just wanted a beer. Please, just sell me a beer. I'll even leave and drink it somewhere else. I ain't asking for much. Slowly the lizard dude emerged from the storage closet, wielding what looked like a large cricket bat. It seemed pretty flimsy. Don't cause a scene, Tyler. Just one beer. Tyler smiled, close-lipped, carefully maintaining a non-threatening manner. I'd like to buy many more, but if you don't want to sell them, I won't press the matter. I can't wait to get back to Earth. This really sucks. Slowly the lizard dude settled up to the bar. Most of the patrons had quietly left, Tyler noticed. Look, never mind. I see I'm costing you business. I'll be on my way. He made to leave. Wait, the lizard motioned at the bar, clearly putting on a brave face. Please, sit. It seems I'm suddenly short on customers. Yeah, look, I'm sorry. I don't want to cause trouble. I'll just buy my beer and leave, okay? He sat gingerly at the bar. The gravity wasn't much less than Earth, but the seat did creak ominously. Lizard dude seemed to relax a bit, as if some internal conundrum had resolved itself. Actually, it's okay. You can drink here, if you want. Tyler again suspected that he was being braver than he really felt. Thanks, man. You don't know how badly I've been craving a beer. Lizard laughed nervously. Well, I hope I can accommodate. I don't have much, but I have something called Blue Moon. I also have some, cider, which I can guess is cider. Which one? Oh, please. Lizard produced a bottle of Magnus. God be praised. How much of that do you have? He queried excitedly. I'll buy so much of that. The lizard was a bit surprised, but sensed an opportunity. I have 12 of these, including that one. Turns out the insectoid types enjoy that very much. And the alcohol content is enough to get 6 of them drunk on one bottle. That makes them expensive. Tyler grinned now, happy to banter and haggle. Wait, lies! I know perfectly well. You're exaggerating. I traveled, you know. Those bugs can't hold their alcohol. True enough. But 6 to a bottle, please. The lizard hissed with pleasure. All true. But they believe the tales of its legendary potency, and so the value remains. 50 credits for all 12 bottles. You lying, cheating scum. 20 credits, and not one bit more. And so they haggled until they agreed on 35 credits. Tyler cracked open a bottle, took a long, luxuriant pull, and sighed happily. Oh, God. You have no idea how good that tastes. He sat back a bit, creamy expression on his face. Thank you. Well, this makes the trip much more bearable. Lizard settled into his familiar barkeeper role, convinced the immediate danger was past. Trip. They got to talking. Tyler was on a return trip, cargo filled with electronics and data storage arrays. Earth had a lot of catching up to do, but the humans were making rapid progress. He had returned with ores for trade. Sol was rich in platinum group metals, and those always commanded a high price. Business contacts were exchanged. All in all, a good little trip. Shortly thereafter, some of the patrons returned, curious at this human in their midst. Since he was apparently not rending Sophon's limb from limb, their curiosity got the best of them. Tyler was drunk now, on his 4th bottle and loving life. His friendly, cheery disposition caught on. Carefully, respectfully, they asked questions. What? No, I'm not an assassin. I just trade in minerals. Yes, Earth gravity is 1G. Hi, sure,
but hardly a challenge for anyone here. It's not that much worse than this, actually. No, you absolutely shouldn't go to Australia. That's almost all true, especially about the drop bears. Well, I don't know about that. A bee sting hurts a whole bunch, but for most people, that's about it. Some people are allergic, but even then, it's not usually a big deal. Yes, we produce natural combat hormones. No, I can't produce them on demand. It's not that different from the thought spike stuff the barkeep species do.
The barkeep shifted a bit nervously at that.
Can you bring me another couple of Magnus, please? I don't know if I can, but it looks pretty thick.
Bends the bar with much effort.
Okay, well, I guess I can. Yeah, I'm in pretty good shape, I guess. I guess I am pretty big and strong as humans go, but there are much bigger and stronger than me. Oh yeah, strongman stuff is really fun to watch. No, I'd get my ass handed to me. No, it's not a threat, display. It's just a smile. It means a lot of things, but generally they're all variations of happy and pleased. Well, a threat can look like this, he growls and pulls an exaggerated faces, but usually more subtle. I don't know, I'm not good at faking that kind of thing. No, football isn't a ritual form of combat. Well, okay, it is, but it's a game. There's not actually trying to kill each other. Yes, there are two football games. There are three if you count rugby. Yes, that's true about both of them. What? That's the stupidest one yet. Of course we don't sacrifice our children. From a strictly practical standpoint, that would be suicidal. Let's not even argue the moral problems here. What? No, we don't eat them either. Even if we were so inclined, we're not. But before someone asks, we wouldn't have enough anyway. Wait. Have you heard how we reproduce? No?
Life birth described in vivid detail. Some of the patrons are visibly ill after that, but still the questions came, and soon the bar was full of aliens, curious about this friendly human. Barkeep was awash in credits. But soon it was last call, the bane of every barfly across the galaxy.
No, I got a ship out tomorrow. But I'll be back, especially if Barkeep stocks these.
But, as always happens in bar adventures, someone was bound to determine to spoil the fun. Two very large lizard things entered, flanking a third creature, a smaller avian type. Somehow, it was immediately obvious that they were the local equivalent of the mob. They fit the stereotype so completely it's comical. Even their head frills are slicked back. They approached the barkeep. Words were exchanged. Barkeep was clearly nervous. Tyler was completely hammered by now, 10 ciders in, with no food in his belly. He had trouble walking straight, and he was drunk dumb. So, of course, he walked up to the giant lizard bodyguard, yelling. Tyler was punched across the bar. But then he stood up, angry and ready to fight. He grabbed a chair, charged the lizard, and smashed it over their heads. The chair shattered, pieces flying everywhere. Lizard stumbles, and Tyler's on him, punching and laughing, mind clearly checked out, drunk happy and itching to smash. He did pretty good, considering, but his stupidity, bravery, inspired the locals, and in the ensuing chaos, the patrons revolted against the crime overlords. In short order, the bird and the lizards were beaten to within an inch of their lives. Tyler didn't remember any of this. He woke up the next morning, lying on the floor of the bar. Barkeep had provided a pillow and a blanket, but he was sore as hell. Naps on steel plates aren't particularly comfortable. Groggily, he staggered to his feet. The bar was trashed, of course, but Barkeep was happy, hissing a tune of some kind.
Oh, man, can I have some water?
Sure, help yourself. It's the third tap from the left.
Water.
He drank very deeply.
What happened exactly? I started a fight, didn't I?
You sure did. He intoned cheerfully. And you scared the local boss of the station. I'm sure there'll be consequences for that, but they'll have a much harder time getting their filthy tenants into the business here again. Wait, what?
So, did I beat up the local crime lord?
Well, you didn't. That was everyone collectively. You just started it and thank you. He hissed again. Business has never been better. And on that note, I have another proposition for you. No food, eggs. His head was throbbing.
Can I eat first? I had way too much cider.
Sure, my treat.
Okay, so you want me to be your bodyguard and a bar pet?
You seem offended by that last part. Bad translation, perhaps. Bar pets are very common. We hire interesting people to simply sit and converse, and I don't think anyone has ever hired a human. You'll be unique, and since you made such a good first impression on my regulars, I'll have no shortage of patrons. Everyone wins.
This was a bit silly, Tyler had to admit, but the customer is always right. Okay, I guess I understand, but security? I'm just a biggish, strongish dude. If you want security, an idea formed in his head. I bet Mike and Andy would love this. Actually, what if I brought 2 humans back with me? I'm not ideal bodyguard material, but these 2, they're much bigger, much stronger, and far, far better fighters than me. They do security work for a living, and I'll bet that they would jump at the chance. Sound like a deal?
Well, will they be well-behaved?
3 humans. That made the barkeep a bit nervous. Oh yeah, they're big teddy bears unless they need to be. And they have interesting stories too. I bet the patrons would love them.
Well, I don't know.
How about I just bring them to visit the first time? I'll need to go back and forth for a while anyway. Close up business, move my things, the usual. If they don't work out, I'll take them back to Earth. And I promise they'll behave. How's that sound?
Well, sure, I guess. But you'll need to purchase insurance policies for all 3 of you.
Okay. I've got to get the details worked out. See you in a few weeks, and thank you for the meal. He left for his ship. This could be the easiest business I ever ran, Tyler thought, already dreaming of massive profits. Mike, it's me, Tyler. You would not believe what happened to me yesterday. End of story. I would like to thank our T5 members and patrons, Casper Arnholtz, John Creighton, Vidmori, 050, Dragzoon WRE, and Elijah Silvercross. Thank you very much.